Should you stay or should you go? How many of you are having that conversation right now? How many of you are wondering what's going to happen if you sell and you can't find anything to buy? Very real questions for many homeowners right now for sure. Well, guess what? If you're going to go back and forth about putting your place up for sale, I've just got one very simple reason that you should be on the market now. And before I get into that reason, I am Andrew Coppins, realtor with the Steve Jenick Group at Dreamtown Realty here in Chicago, and this is Close with Coppins, my space to help buyers and sellers better understand the Chicago marketplace. So I know you're super curious about this magical reason that you have to sell, right? Well, here it is. Inventory is at an all-time low. It's as simple as that. It also means that your advantage as a seller has never been greater. No, seriously, it is that simple. According to Keeping Current Matters, the national supply of homes sits at an all-time low of 1.6 months of inventory. Here in the city of Chicago, well, supply is a bit better at a whopping 2 months, which is down from January's previous all-time low of 2.2 months. And by the way, a balanced marketplace is one that's got about 5 months of inventory left in the marketplace. Clearly, we're nowhere near that. To give you some more perspective, of all of the inventory on the market in this entire country in January, 97% of it sold within 1 month. That according to the National Association of Realtors, in case you're wondering where it came from. Driving all of it, by the way, is a buyer demand that is completely off the charts. Over 6.5 million homes sold in January across the United States, which was a 6.5% increase from December's numbers. Now here in Chicago, February did see the lowest amount of homes sold on a month-to-month basis since January of 2020, but that stats can be a little bit misleading. And I know what you're probably thinking, wait a minute, all of that means that you're telling me there's nothing to buy and you expect me to list and I still have to buy it. But yes, I am. And it's because unless one of two things is actually true, either you do not have enough to cover your closing costs via equity or savings, or your home value is well below what you owe on the home itself, there's really no reason not to put yourself at the beginning of the flood of homes to the spring market instead of in the middle or at the end of it, and there's still some more to come. Now, I also want you to consider this about the numbers. Again, they're just a snapshot in time, and they're not necessarily telling the full story. In fact, that full story is actually very different here in the city of Chicago than the national numbers. But the hidden secret of these numbers is that inventory is actually out there. It's just that it's moving so fast, it doesn't have time to compute well into the metrics that we're all looking at as an industry. By the way, before we continue, if you're finding value in what you're seeing, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and don't forget to get notified of all of our videos via the bell. Now, given this quick turnover of homes that are on the market, that also means you might have some homework to do as a buyer. Do you have your pre-approval ready? Do you know if you have to sell to buy? Do you even know where you're looking to buy? There is a whole list of things to consider on that side, let alone the listing side of your home. So as you're getting your home ready to list, you and your agent should also be preparing yourself to be the buyer. There is nothing worse than going live with your listing, getting immediately under contract, and then now what? That is where a good agent can calm that situation because it can definitely be stressful. At the end of the day, there is one thing and one thing only that you should be considering if you know that you want to sell, but you're worried about those market conditions. You can either be the one that starts the trend, or you can be caught up in it. And those that are usually in the front of that trend line benefit the most. Is that a risk that is for you? Well, it might depend on a whole bunch of factors playing through your mind. And guess what? I would be totally happy to discuss your needs and give you an honest opinion because no two situations are the same and they shouldn't be treated as such. But I cannot emphasize this enough. Getting your home on the market now, not 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, that is going to maximize your ability to close a deal and get the most out of it financially. Not just because you're at the front of the market, but you also have to consider this. Interest rates are already in the 4s and likely to climb into the 5% range in the next few months, meaning both your ability to maximize the sale price and your buying power are at its pinnacle. So again, if you're interested in finding out if now is indeed that right time to put your home on the market, please check out the links in the description of this video. I would be happy to provide you with a free home evaluation, one that looks at your equity stake and not just what could happen in theory on the market. All of my contact information, from social media to the email, and all of that wonderful goodness can be found below in this description of the video. Again, I'm Andrew Coppins with the Steve Janet Group at Dreamtown Realty, and until next time, here's hoping you're going to find out what it's like to close with Coppins soon.